edition of Future Leaders Podcast, where we're always speaking to some phenomenal people about their journey in leadership. And so today I have a great privilege of sitting with two strong men. And these are my guys we got many years in the trenches together. And so on my right I have Councilman DERRICK LINDSEY, and on my left I have Councilman Perry Sutton. These guys are really making some great things happen in our area. So if you can, I'm going to start off with you, DERRICK. You just kind of introduce yourself to the people right quick and let them know who you are.
Like you stated, I'm DERRICK LINDSEY, a City Council Representative for Ward 1, and I am currently Mayor Pro Tem as well.
Awesome. Right, go ahead and introduce yourself, Coach.
And I am Perry Sutton, represent Ward 5 for the city of Rock Hill.
Awesome. Again, like I say, man, we're sitting with some dynamic gentlemen, and they're doing some great things in our area in the Rock Hill. So I just want to get your take. How long have you been serving as councilman, Derek?
I'm at the end of 4 years, and actually in 2 weeks I'll be up for re-election. So if you live in Ward 1, please go to the polls and vote.
Okay.
October 17th.
Awesome. And what's the importance again of why they need to really step out? Because you don't have anyone to run up against you.
No, I'm running unopposed, but what most people don't realize is they come out and vote for presidential elections, and not realizing that we here on the city council affect your life more than the president does.
Wow.
And since I'm running unopposed, there's a new way to do elections, and that's to launch a social media campaign where people go and write someone in. If 200 or 300 people go out and write someone in, I still could lose the election. So it's not like it used to be where if I was running unopposed, I automatically won. Mm-hmm. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, we'd actually come out and vote.
Definitely.
And give us something that you have accomplished. Some of the things that you've done that why they should vote for you.
Well, I think what I've done is what we've done. We tag team. We tag team everything, and we've. This time last year, we were in Washington begging for money, and our new motto is "We're not too proud to beg."
There you go.
With the city of Rock Hill, if begging for money helps the city of Rock Hill, then we're gonna do it. But through the resiliency program, we are able to get $9.45 million for stormwater drainage or watersheds. And I didn't know that there was a thing called watersheds until Coastie come along and told us you can dig ditches as deep as you want to dig them. That'll control water. But now we realize that we could help people's yards and stop them from flooding with the watershed. So we got $9.45 million to work on that. We also worked on a project in College Down. College Down had been flooding for the last 60 years. It hadn't flooded in over a year and a half now.
Wow.
And we're going to knock on some wood. Got good wood around. We're going to knock on some wood, and hopefully we've solved that problem. But we keeping a close eye on it. We're not finished. We want to get the money that would allow us to dig that watershed back out as well. We've working on the regional park. How many acres is it?
165 acres.
165 acres of starting at the American Legion and going back toward Finley Road School. It's gonna the old arcade park as well. 8 baseball fields, 1 with a stadium seating, and he's Coach Perry over here now. He gets 6 football fields for the football program, and I know he's excited about that. And then we're gonna do the connectability with the walking trails. Armory Park gets a $2 million makeover. Got a grant for $1 million, and the city have to match $1 million. So it gets a $2 million makeover. Carroll Park just got a little over $200,000 renovations as well. $100,000 of that came through Habitat for Humanity, and the city matched on that grant. McGirt Auditorium, the renovations on McGirt Auditorium. Emmett Scott, historic black school, black school that's been here for the longest. It's been where it is for about 60 years. But now McGirt get a renovation on it as well.
Man, that's
definitely at least $5 million.
Wow,
so.
That's I don't know about you, but if I live in your ward, I might move over there. No, I'm already up here. But no doubt, but that just speaks volume of why I really think you definitely are built for this. You know?
We're not even talking about the Albright Commons East and West that's coming. That's on the part of Southland Park and Mount Holly Road. That's coming on both sides. To give the people of Southland some entrance, another three entrance points, excuse me, to Albright without having to come back out onto Mount Holly.
And that's my neighborhood, so yeah,
So,
that comes in.
Well, as a matter of fact, your street is going to go all the way through to Albright.
Man, that's amazing. That's amazing.
So we want to, but people say we don't mind the development coming, but we want to make sure it's done right, and that's where we come in. We've been pushing the developer. We pushed him Wednesday to Monday night to make sure that we're going to let him do it, but we want him to do it right. So he's going to do upgrades to the park in South Lane as well.
Man,
We want all of that. If you're coming, you got to give us something. So we want all that done.
Annexation of 901.
Yeah.
Annexation of.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
going.
a lot. We've done a lot. We've been busy, you know.
Man,
We annexed 2,500 acres of land along the 77 corridor, and off of Mount Holly Road. So as of now, the city limit goes down to the Denny's. So we're at the Denny's, and more than likely we're getting ready to go on down city limits. But we have a lot of development going on up off of Oak Pond Road and Porter Road. That's Fire Tower Road. We have a lot of development slated to come. That's going to actually produce some property tax revenue that we'll be able to put back into the South Side through something called the South Side TIF.
Man, that is amazing. I just want to say, hey man, I know we got the right ones in position. I feel I can sleep with assurance that these guys are really out there making amazing things happen. Now, Coach, if you can, because I remember since I've known you, we've actually coached together. I think that's where we originally knew each other from. When my son was playing with you, and I was a parent coach, and you always talked about the football not having enough spaces for kids to be able to play, football. And so now that you're on the city councilman, you actually now a part of making this come to fruition.
Right.
So if you can speak just briefly of your heart, this how what you sow, you spoke about years ago, now it's come to fruition. Just kind of speak towards that.
So one of the things we've always talked about is this city has produced 44 NFL football players. Football has been its biggest sports producer, but we have not had the youth sports complexes for our kids to play football. Just the other day we had games at Cherry Park, but if you go to Cherry Park on Saturdays, you're parking at Sullivan and people are parking further away and everybody's complaining about the parking. I happily tell them, give us 2 years and we're going to produce this park that, like he said, starts at Helco Boulevard at the American Legion, but actually it's going to trail all the way back downtown, and we're going to put 6 football fields in there along with baseball. But my biggest thing is we're going to have the 6 football fields, and we don't have to worry about the parking anymore, because there's going to be plenty of parking, great fields. We'll be able to bring in tournaments. We'll be able to do so much with this, and it's one of the things that's much needed in the city, and we're finally able to get it and make some of our citizens happy.
Awesome. And I love it because I always been an advocate of that what you spoke of, because football is one of the major pillars in the Rock Hill area. And we, of course, have other things going on. We got the soccer and all that, which is great. But we can't deny just how important football is to this area, and to really see it really start to come together.
Right. And then I tell people, you find your niche, and then you work on your niche, and you produce your niche. My niche was football, and we've upgraded football, and we produce some of the best football players, not only in the state but in the nation, has come out of this area. We're here on Sunday, but I would like to go home and watch some of my boys play today. But it's great that you can watch. Just last weekend, I was my nephew plays at South Point, and just last week we were down at FAMU for a recruitment visit. And that's another thing, with that, I've been fortunate enough to go around to all these recruitment visits and visit places. This summer I was in Oklahoma, I was at Nebraska, I was at Kansas City. So I've been fortunate enough to enjoy those are some of the fruits of the labor that we get from there. And but we also encourage people, find your niche. If your niche is baseball, hey, let us help you produce that. If your niche is dancing, we talk about McGirt Auditorium. When it is completed, it is before we even started renovation, which start this week. If you went by there Saturdays and Sundays, that place was packed, and it's dancing. This was bringing it in, and it's $1 million economic impact to the city of Rock Hill from dancing. So, you know, find your niche, and if whatever your niche is, come and let's talk about it, and let's see how the city of Rock Hill can help you produce your niche and make it better.
Man, that is awesome. So I know you the two tag team duo. Y'all get out here, and anytime you see y'all two together, we know something's happening. So this we can just kind of give people where I know we're working on several different projects. So if it's something that we want to invite or to encourage some of the citizens, what's something that you think that would be beneficial for them to be aware of and also be position themselves to be a part of?
Well, one of the biggest things right now we talk about is the Ralph W. McGirt renovation. Starting this week, I think October the 4th, we're going to be pulling the chairs out of there, and we're inviting the public. If you want one of those historical chairs, you can come get one. There are sections, so it won't be a part, and you're going to have to do some work with them once you get them to your home. But you know, if you're an Emmett Scott graduate or you just want those chairs, they'll be in the parking lot for a week, I think a week and a half, for you to come get them. And when they finish their reservations on that McGirt, it is going to be fabulous.
Wow.
It is. You know, one of the things that we push for since we've been doing this tag team is that whatever we do, we want it to be the Rock Hill way, even better than the Rock Hill way. Whatever was built somewhere else, we want ours to be the best. We want everybody to come from all over the nation and say, this is the best. The Rock Hill indoor facility, when we have the Adidas tournament coming, we come Under Armour coming, and then even Nike, when they come, people tell us this is the best. And you know, that's what we expect. We say, you know, you're in the city of Rock Hill, that's what expected. I mean, this week we have the United States Disc Golf Championship here at Winthrop, and I was talking to Councilman Lindsey. I said, man, we got the Disc Golf Championship. You want to go? He said, man, we need to go out there. So we're going to go out to the Disc Golf Championship. So anything that comes here, you know, we want to show our face. And even when we travel, man, one of the things that we got that's coming up is we went to the Municipal Association this past year, and the speaker was Chris Singleton. Chris Singleton's mother died in the Mother Emanuel massacre, and that's what we'll call it, down in Charleston. And this guy spoke, and man, he's a dynamic speaker. There was a line after he spoke to get his book and get him to, you know, people wanted to talk to him. We stood in that line, you know, back there, and we got up to him and we talked to him. We said we wanted to come to Rock Hill. But we were told that the Municipal Association took 2 years for them to get him. And we were told, y'all won't get them in 2 years. And we looked at them, y'all know y'all dealing with, man. 2 weeks later, we were in Charleston, football game with him. Yeah, and so he has agreed to come here. We'll have him here for the mayor's team breakfast. Councilman Lindsey is setting that up, but he'll be here on April 17th, I believe, for the mayor's team breakfast. Prayer breakfast. I'm sorry, mayor's prayer breakfast. But also, he's agreed to come to what other events that we come. So, man, we hoping that when we open McGirt back up, that we can get him here for that. Because this guy is a dynamic speaker, man. He'll have you sitting up. And, you know, I'm real with you, man. If you were boring, I don't want to hear that. This dude here had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I said, man, we got to get this guy here. So, you know, that's just some of the few things that we've been working on every week. Tell you what, we call each other, we talk to each other 2 or 3 times a day, but like especially tonight, we'll go over our list for this week. Okay, what time we need to be, where we need to be, to make sure that we're taking care of our citizens. Every day we want to take care of our citizens.
I think about something Derrick just said a little earlier. We had a session, and he spoke about when we come together and we deal with our likes. You know, we always talk about you do this, I don't too much care for, but we focus on what you do well and how we can work together. We can get a lot more accomplished. So it's great to see both of y'all in position and working together. So what do you can? What's one of your strengths that you feel I bring this to the table, and what's something that you feel I bring to the table, and y'all bring those together and magic happens?
Well, Councilman Perry over here, Coach Perry, whatever you want to call him today, he hasn't met a stranger yet. We in D.C. He knew somebody in D.C. I mean, we're in Florida, wherever, it don't matter. He knows somebody. So that's definitely a strength for him. We was leaving a funeral, and Pageland.
Wow.
And we stopped to get something to eat in Lancaster, and before you know it, he talking to the ladies. He wouldn't let them sit down and enjoy their food. He's talking to them, and by the time the young lady that was she was in the city of Rock Hill, but she was coming down there to eat, and we found out she was from the city of Rock Hill. He had pushed and prodded those two ladies, and he knew her whole history, her entire history before the lady even got there. And she was like, "How you doing nothing about me?" He told everything, but the people told everything about it. So he hadn't met a stranger, but my strengths, I galvanize people. I like to bring people together. I don't want to focus on what separates us. I want to focus on what we have in common. Let's start there, and then I think that's what's going on in our country now. We're focusing on what separates us, and rather than what brings us together. And we got to work on that. We got to do a better job of galvanizing each other and being a support system for each other instead of separating. Gravitating toward what separates us. So, yeah. But my weaknesses, I don't have any, or I mask them well.
Hey, good thing you know where to bring somebody else in.
Right.
That's always good too. Yeah.
I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I know to surround myself with smart people,
there you go.
or people that will have the answers. So, but that's, like I said, that's something we gravitated toward. That listening to that Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Exactly.
You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but surround yourself with smart people that have the answers for you.
Exactly.
And that's what we have at City of Rock Hill. We have a great management team, city staff.
Okay.
They're very knowledgeable about the things and issues, and we don't ask the question, can we get this done? We ask, how we get this done?
Wow. That's awesome.
And it, like I said, it pushes your mindset, makes you shift. How can we get this done? Not if we can, how.
Wow.
We're going to get it done, how.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality we go in the room with.
I love the fact, Coach, working with you that line in the room. Folks doesn't already know if something gonna be said and it need to be said, you're not the guy who wants not to say it. You will say it if it needs to be said.
I got a little bit of age on me now, so but we grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Councilman Lindsey grew up on Green Street. I grew up on Carolina.
Yeah.
That's 2 streets away. Back then, that was the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we learned to we both grew up with gardens in our backyard. We learned how to navigate the streets. We learned how to stay out of trouble when trouble was sitting there with us. But we learned to work together. I think our strength is one of the biggest strengths we have is when somebody tell us we can't do something. When we hear it, we're like, okay, we can't do what? Man, please. So I'll give you an example. We were told when we first got on, when we got that $9.46 million grant from Washington. We told some people that we were going to Washington to try to get funding for Rock Hill. And when we told them we were going to see Lindsey Graham, Tim Scott, and Ralph Norman. And they were like, well, I wasn't going to see them. Those are Republicans. And we said, well, that's been the problem here for all these years. You don't want to go see them because they don't vote like you do, but somebody else is getting that money.
Right.
So no, we're going to get the money. So we went up there, man. We had some great visits. We told Tim Scott he's got this big wall of stuff. We told him what we were going to put on his wall when we come back up there. But then 2 weeks later, he was here.
Yeah.
He was in Rock Hill. He was in College Downs.
Wow.
Veterans.
Because we were showing him, hey man, we got a problem down here. We need your help to get this stuff done. This has been going on for 60 years, and nobody has figured it out. So let's do it. And we got the grant. You think we stopping? No, we're going back and we're trying to see what else we can get. We're very strategic in what we're doing, but we're making sure that we take care of what needs to be done. And I'm gonna tell you this: what we said that we want to be the best 2 city councilmen ever. When I play football, I want to be the best football player. When I coach, I want to be the best coach. We got on city council and said we want to go down in history as the best 2 city councilmen ever in the city of Rock Hill. But the only way to do that is work. And so we put the work in, man. I'm gonna tell you, be some days, and we help each other out. It'd be some days like, man, I do not feel like going. It's, man, we gotta go, man. We gotta go. Vice versa, like, man, I don't want to go there, man. We gotta go. And so, us pushing each other. And then here's the other thing: if there's a weakness, we're human.
Right.
And so we get tired. And I call it, beat up when somebody's telling you, well, you ain't doing this the right way. So we get tired, but we also believe in the fruits of the Spirit and self-control being the strongest one. and so we don't let you see us that you got to us. We go after each other. We vent with each other.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see it. And by the time we get back to you, we smile and say, man, we already got that taken care of. What's your next problem? So that's the way we handle it, man. So it's been great. I love what we're doing, and we love helping people. That's the biggest thing. And when somebody comes up to you and say, man, y'all doing a great job. We were at Green Street reunion yesterday, and then Councilman Lindsey had to go to another event, so I went to Midtown's reunion. But just to hear the citizens say, we love what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. I don't think that was happening before. Either they weren't informed or they just didn't know. So, we're trying to be transparent and trying to get the information out. There's some things we hadn't accomplished. 3 points is a lady hit me today. When y'all gonna do something about 3 points? We're still working on it, but the Albright Commons West and East, that's gonna overshadow that.
Right.
So we might be stopped here, but hey, we got some other things coming that's gonna make that even better. Yeah. So the future is bright. Everything is growing. We're gonna get those things that they told us we couldn't get before. We're gonna amaze some people.
Well, I look at it like this. You guys been built for this, man. Y'all been in the trenches way before you guys stepped into this season.
Yeah.
So both of y'all, like I said, I thought I was a hard worker, but you guys y'all definitely been putting your hands to the ground and just doing so much to make waves in our community to help the lives of those here. And so I'm gonna ask y'all both to give me, what do you see there's going to be either your legacy or something that you want to see by the time you finish this position? What's something meaningful that you want to see be accomplished during your reign as city councilman?
Well, I'll go first. Mine is the growth, especially on the south side, because that's our mission, is to grow the south side. So I would say the growth, we're still looking for grocery stores. We're looking for a better way of life on that side of town. We're looking for, we want the south side of Rock Hill not to look like the north side or the east side or the west side of Rock Hill. We want the south side to be the best side of Rock Hill. Wow. And I don't say that just to put other ones down. I'm just telling you what we want and we're going to achieve. Yes. And so it's going to be the most desirable place to be is the south side of Rock Hill. So the legacy would be that when we leave here, they'll say, you know what, they transformed the south side of Rock Hill and made it the best place to be. And not just citywide, statewide, that they come and talk about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead, Councilman.
I think someone asked Tom Brady what was which Super Bowl ring was the best or the most important one. He said the next one. So I'm gonna take that same approach, the next chapter. Not telling you anything directly or indirectly. I'm just saying the next chapter. While I'm here, I'm gonna continue to do some work. I'm gonna continue to tag team some things, and just stay tuned for the next chapter.
Yes.
Here's another chapter.
Wow. Well, I want you both to tell the people what is something that you want to leave them with to inspire, empower them to find their next chapter and to continue fighting a good fight wherever that could be for their lives.
Well, if you're not involved in your community, we stress it. Please get involved. We don't care what it is. Get involved in your community. When you're involved in your community, it's the heartbeat of the city. You start to find out and figure out things that are going on. You get the correct information. The word tells you perish from lack of knowledge. And if we don't seek to have knowledge, then you don't know what's going on. Please go to your school board meetings. Please go to your county council meetings. Please come to city council meetings. When you show up at city council, school board, and county council, your elected officials take notice to that. And you change things. Yes. So please come. That's how you're going to get involved. That's how you're going to initiate change. Not going on Facebook.
Yeah.
Please stay on Facebook. Call us.
Yes.
Call us with the problem issue. Not going on Facebook and thinking you're going to get, because you get 200 likes on Facebook, something changes. No. Calling us and let us go to work for you.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to initiate some change. You being involved. You coming to the table. Change start at the table. From the inside out, not from the outside in.
Wow.
And then one of the other things is that, one thing we can boast about, we've added, and I don't know the correct number, but I know it's 30 to 40 African Americans have been added to boards and commissions since we've been together. Now you think about that, and that was one of the things when we got in was about if you're on a board of commissions, you make the decisions for the city. And so, and also the enthusiasm about it because we are still getting people putting in applications. So, we hope by the end of this year is to make that 60 African Americans that have been added to boards and commissions. That's powerful, and that's power for our people. But the other thing I want to put out there is make sure that we go vote on October 17th and go vote for Councilman Lindsey. And I'm a historian, so I go back to how we had to fight to get the right to vote. African Americans, we had to fight. People died. I keep going back to Bull Connor in Alabama when he was sicking the dogs on the students that were fighting for the right to vote. And the 16th Street bombing, and I talked about this the other day at the NAACP, is that they fought for us to have the right to vote, and then we are throwing it away. We're not doing it. So we need to send a strong message on October the 17th and say, hey, no, we're not taking this for granted. Let's make this the most voted election ever, and send that message not only to the city but to us and say, hey, we got your back.
Right.
You telling us you got our back as we try to make things better for you in the city of Rock Hill.
Wow.
Good point.
Definitely. But if you guys could tell us something, if someone want to reach out to you, how could they reach out and get in touch with you?
My phone number, I don't know it. I kid you, I don't know the city. It's on the city website. You go to the city website and you'll find the number. We answer. I guarantee you, we'll call you back within 24 to 72 hours. You get a call back, or we've already called somebody else and they're calling you back. Now we've got a call. People said, well, I called you 2 days ago. Well, your problem was taken care of 2 days ago. I'm just calling you back just to see how everything is. Just because now I'm calling you, oh, it's already taken care of? Yeah, And sometimes, like, I give an example on White Street. They've had some problems, and, I worked for WRHI. They got me, we need to do this. And so I went to talk to Terrence Neely, who's over Public Works. I said, Terrence, I put in about some stuff. Terrence said, that's been taken care of. You hadn't been there? No, let me go over there now. Go over there and it's been taken care of. So most of the time, an example the other day, we got a call, we were together, and we got a call, and the YMCA was flooding in the back lot. And the city had a line that was busted. By the time we got there, the city had all these people there because they made the phone calls and got them there, found out the problem. I'm not going to tell the problem because it wasn't the city problem, but but it got taken care of. But the city had people there in place. So make the phone calls to us. You can go on our website. Our phone numbers are on there for that city phone, and we'll answer and we'll get you taken care of.
Awesome. So we go to the City of Rock Hill website?
City of Rock Hill website, and if you want to email me, I can tell you that's perry.sutton@cityofrockhill.com. perry.sutton@cityofrockhill.com. You can email us that way. Most people know where I stay. So come by the Silver Circle practice field. Just don't bother me while I'm practicing. But I'm done about 7:30, and we'll stay out there all night if you got a problem. But we'll go get that problem fixed. And another thing that we do that's a little different. If you call us with a problem, usually what we do is while we're on the phone with you, we'll say, what's your address? And we're going to talk you through it. And then when we're talking, I say, can you come outside and show me this? And they'll be like, what? Yeah, we're here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell me what this problem is.
Wow.
So that's one of the things that's really been a strength that we've been able to do. We've been able to accomplish that, and it helps the citizens say, you know what, this person really cares.
Come to my house.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. That's very rare that you find a city council person that actually is accessible.
Yes.
To be able to take care of things right away, and so you guys do a phenomenal job. So if someone wanted to reach out to you as well,
I'll tell you that there's sometimes haven't been able to advance it right away, but we don't stop. We're always checking to see certain things like certain roads paved here. It may not be a city road.
Yeah.
But what we will do is call and put you on the state's list,
Yes.
and then we'll keep checking with the state
Yeah.
to see where you are on that list of getting this road paved. And you know, if we can influence it and say, can we get it moved up a little bit? You know, it's been this way for a long time. Can we get it moved up a few spaces? You know, so we try and do things like that. But me for is DERRICK.LINDSEY@cityofrockhill.com. But I've had my number over, you know, almost 30 years. I just put mine out there. It's 803-524-6153. No, I'm not like Councilmember Sutton over here. He gonna call you back in 24 to 48 hours, maybe 72. I'm very busy. It may take me a little bit longer. A little bit longer, but I'm gonna get back with you for sure.
Yes.
I will say that he still works. I'm retired.
Yes. Well, I tell you, y'all definitely are in the right position. We're so honored to have you guys serve in any way that I can be a part of what you're doing. Let me know. Make sure we spread the word and get others involved as well. So we thank y'all again. And also, thank y'all for watching today. I hope y'all got some good nuggets. I hope something was said that inspired you to take action in your life as well. So do like, do subscribe. Please share this with others. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Be great.